Hello, and welcome to yet another streaming session. How's everyone doing? Alright. So looks like we're live. Okay. Twitch seems to be going fine, and YouTube seems to be going fine. Okay. So, quick anecdote. I've just started the stream. I prepared all of the things, and I was like, feels a bit chilly in here. And I turned on the heater, and apparently the electric system of my house cannot handle two heaters running at the same time, which is not good. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And I had another heater already running. Like the heater on my room was running, but one heater is not enough. Like today it's been a fairly chill day. It has snowed, and well, it has actually geysel. Geysel. How do you call when it's not snow but pieces of ice coming out of the sky? I'm learning English. Snow but with ice, but with ice. So how's that thing called? Sleet? I think it's no. Maybe it's sleet, but with ice chunks. Bruh. Maybe it's leak. Types of snow. Okay, let sleet. Okay, so 100% sleet. I trust completely in Copilot, so there was a sleet, and I was having a walk just down the park. It first started like to light rain, and I was like, I might be dying to go back home. And then it started just pouring hot, hard hard and cold ice out of the sky, and I was like, not the best time to be out in the woods. But yeah, so I just started the streaming. I had both heaters running at the same time. Electricity went out, and I was like, ooh, this is bad. So yeah, if someone was watching, which I certainly doubt that someone was actually watching that, the stream had to be restarted, but we seem to be running just fine just now. So, what are we going to do on today's stream? Main goal of the stream, thing that we must do, we have to do, is to iron some shirts, some pants, some trousers for the week, because going outside with these low temperatures without any clothes wouldn't be the wiser thing to do. Wouldn't be the wiser thing to do. But so we have to iron something. We can just iron one shirt and one pair of trousers. That'll be good enough, like at least for tomorrow. But I'd like to iron at least two shirts, two trousers. That'll be the ideal amount of ironing that we would be doing on today's stream. Apart from that, I still have to wash the dishes. So pardon me if I do. Pardon me if I do. Yeah. Yesterday's YouTube video was a cooking video, like meal prepping for the week. It's actually, I think it's a fairly decent video. Like, it shows you one possibility about how you can cook cheap, low effort, cost effective meals. So, I mean, if you're just moving out and you have, or if you just want to learn cooking, and you have literally no idea. You're completely lost. You don't know what to do, what to eat. You are just ordering things, taken away from restaurants just because you are hungry. I mean, I mean, that might sound a bit weird. Definitely to me it does. Like, not knowing how to cook. Come on, just come on. Like, who doesn't know how to cook at all? Like, just put stuff on a hot pan, bare minimum, and it will cook. Like, might not taste the best, but you might already have heard of salt before. So whatever with salt is eatable and edible and good enough and probably cheaper and healthier than whatever you can order. So try that. But if you want to go a step further, so if you want to have like a batch of food ready for the week, that video might be for you. Like, it's nothing out of the blue. Like, if you really think about it, like, what's the less effort, more cost effective, you can throw healthy stuff on that to cook, just boil it. So instead of boiling with water, you can boil it with stock. You can buy stock fairly cheap. Like, it's a liter of stock could be from $1 to $5, and the $1 stuff is good enough. So you have that video. Should be already online. Should have already been published. But that's a second part. So on the first one we did like 8 meals, and hola, ¿qué tal? Hola. I'm just trying to do. I mean, I puedo hablar en castellano si quieres, but if you know some English, I'd much appreciate to try to be consistent throughout my content and try to do it on English. But I don't know, yeah. La mayoría de mis viewers son de España, simplemente porque, bueno, estoy viviendo en España y supongo que YouTube recomienda mi contenido a gente de donde estoy. Pero bueno, no sé. Do you know some English, Alex? Or should I just switch? Because you are right now my only viewer. So it would be counterproductive to just be speaking in English if you can't even understand it. But well, what I was saying. So just post a video, and that video is about how to get cheap, cost-effective meals. If you don't know how to cook, if you just moved out, your first time living away from your parents, and yeah, if you just want to eat eat healthy and eat cheap. And yeah, so on that video we made 8 portions of meal. So that would cover like all the lunches of the week or all the dinners of the week. But that's of course not enough, because if you only have lunches or if you only have dinners, you'll be hungry at the end of the day. So you need more portions. You need more portions. And yeah, I just did another cooking session today, and I haven't just yet done the dishes from that one. So excuse me if I might ask for your permission to just be doing the dishes at the beginning of the stream. After that, we're gonna be ironing the shirts, and afterwards, I'll be free of duties. So whomever is on the stream by that time will have the pleasure and power to choose what will we be doing next. And options will probably be some video editing, have the second cooking video to edit, and wouldn't really like to be editing that tomorrow morning. I usually have Sundays free. Like, I don't usually do stuff on Sundays, like the family day. Go have lunch with my parents and so on. But I have some time at the beginning of the morning, so I could just use that time to edit the video, but I wouldn't want to do that. Also, I don't want to be going to bed at the same time that yesterday. So yesterday we ended up the stream at late 4 a.m. Not ideal. Late 4 a.m. was not ideal, and yeah, so don't want to be going to bed that late. Also, I ended up the stream then, but then I had to do the washings, to do wash the dishes because I didn't do that during the stream. I'm asking, I'm begging for being able to do that. I'm not begging, like, but I understand that it's not the best content that people might want to watch. But if there are some chatters that want to chat while we are doing the dishes, that'll be ideal. That'll be ideal. And yeah. So apart from that, I guess that this, so there's been a chatter on YouTube's chat. She sent. I'm guessing that she sent two messages. I don't know if she's still around. It would be fun to have some viewer. At least one viewer. One viewer is infinitely more amount of viewers than we usually have. So any viewers are welcome. Any viewers are welcome. But I guess that she just was afraid or scared that this was an English speaking channel. It's truly not fair. Like if you are living in Spain and you are doing content on another language, it's not fair that your only viewers are from Spain, given that Spain is not an English speaking country. Like you should be able to get viewers from somewhere else, like maybe the States, maybe UK, maybe whatever, but someone that can or are willing to understand you. But I guess it's fair. It's only fair. Like YouTube doesn't have to know. It would be nice from them to put like a button like, "Hey, where do you want your viewers to come from?" Instead of just doing that by location. But it's fine. It's fine. Let's let YouTube be YouTube. Be the big company that it is. All right. So that's the plan for today's stream. Oh, options after doing the irony. Maybe we'll hit the gym. That's a possibility, or maybe we'll be oh oh, maybe just do something afterwards, like video editing, or we could be coding on our webpage. I wouldn't really want to be doing that, but yeah. God, God, oh God. All right, so we'll start the stream by doing the dishes. I know that it's not the best. It's not the best thing to do, but yeah, it'll have to do. It'll have to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna check what would be the appropriate camera angle to be able to do that. So I guess that somewhere over here that like you don't necessarily want to be watching the dishes themselves. I guess it would be fine if you just viewing my beautiful face. That would be probably the camera angle that you might be interested on. All right. So I hope that the water noise doesn't disturb you too much. I truly hope so. I would have had to check that at the beginning. Oh, hi. Is learning to code bad now because of AI? I don't really think that learning to code is bad because of AI. On my company, we have a Copilot, and I guess that on most top companies with a certain number of employees who can afford having Copilot because it's extremely expensive. Like yeah, it's not enough. Like you cannot replace anyone with Copilot, like not at all. And also using Copilot is good if you are already like a decent programmer and you know what you're doing and you know the field in which you're at. But if you are probably for this talk, I shouldn't be using the water. Mr. Bias, right? So yeah, not yet. Yeah, that's fair. Like the expectation is that AI will will get better and will grow more. Therefore, your ability as a programmer will be losing value as time goes on. But there are multiple things that AI cannot do yet. And probably the main thing is that it doesn't have any intention. So even if it knows how to write perfect code, being able to convey to the AI, like, I want you to do these things and figuring for the benefit of the company, it's extremely hard. Like, even if the AI were to do whatever you tell it to do, whatever you tell it to do doesn't have to be the best thing for the company. And a person might be able to realize that while he's actually doing his job, and will be like, hey, wait a minute, like this is not correct. Whereas on the other hand, the AI will be like, well, you told me to do this, I'm gonna do it till perfection. Yeah, but yet at the moment it's not perfect. And you can see that, like, probably the best example of how good AI is at the moment is with video creation. So there's AIs already that can create video, and the videos are good enough, are really good, but they are not perfect. Like, and that's not tolerable with code. Like, if you have just one bug on your code, you will be facing consequences. And usually code already has like many bugs, but if you have something that codes with a less percentage of accuracy than a person, and you're not good, like you are able to code really fast, but the accuracy of the results is, yeah. I don't know if you agreed with that take. That's definitely my take, and it's probably the take of most of my colleagues and people I know in the industry. But there's yet believers that that won't be the case in the future. But I don't know. I think that just learning to code is good because you are learning a new tool. You're gaining knowledge. You're increasing your abilities to do other things. And if you need to shift from coding to being a prompt engineer, you can do that. Like, you can do that later on, and I don't think that you would have lost your time. So that's on the topic of AI and coding. Yeah, just so the other person on the other chat knows, that question that I put so much interest on answering came from Twitch. So I'm multi-streaming. I'm streaming on both platforms at the same time. So there might be an unsync between the questions on both chats. Yeah. No sé si la personita que hablaba en castellano sigue todavía por ahí, pero bueno, si sigue por ahí. Sara. So much noise. Pero si sigue por ahí, que se sienta seguro de preguntar cualquier cosa, que aunque esté hablando en inglés, pues puedo leerla y puedo contestarla. Alright, so yeah, the topic of AI is definitely interesting, and there's many different takes on what will happen with AI and programming. But at the moment, whenever I use Copilot at work, like, I mean, it gives me good suggestions. But it feels like if you were to have an intern, like a freshman that has just finished university and is extremely eager to put code out. And it's just giving you batch of code after batch of code after batch of code after batch of code, and none of them are good. And you need to be like carefully reading everything, because you know that there will be a bug somewhere, something that doesn't really fit. Maybe the AI is hallucinating something. Maybe the AI is just doing some kind of mistake with the logic on your program. And I don't mean that if you are coding, you wouldn't also called bugs, but at least they are your bugs, and you will feel extremely different about them. Like whenever you make a mistake, you want to own the mistake. If the AI makes the mistake, like it doesn't feel the same, you know? So that's also a big problem. But I think that AI will be more of a tool rather than a substitute of programmers. So a tool that programmers will be able to use rather than a substitute for them. How could it be a tool? Well, there's already Meta doing automatic testing using AI, so that could be a thing. I definitely don't feel too happy about having an AI writing my unit tests. Like something somewhere sounds iffy around doing that. But it could be a thing that could actually work. I definitely would like the AI to be like, okay, I've created this new piece of code. I want to put it on this system that is already working. What do you think, based on the history of the code committed to this system and the current state of the system, what do you think that could go wrong? Like, where do I need to put my focus? Has this already been done wrong before, and has it caused some issues? Like, that'll be extremely interesting. Like, I want across time, across versions, across projects, extremely intelligent grep that takes my code and tells me, hey, here's an instance where a similar code did something wrong. If it suggests a fix or something, or if it doesn't, I don't really care, but I want for it to tell me like, hey, double check this, because that's usually the result that you will get from running your tests. Like, you run your tests just to point out specific pieces of your code that are like, hey, this doesn't look good based on this test. I don't care if it's not based on the test. If it's based on the AI experience, I'm happy and content with that. So if the AI can tell me like, hey, based on my experience or based on the knowledge that I've acquired from this code base, you should be looking at this, I'm happy with that. If AI can do that, definitely it cannot at the moment. But if it could in the future, that would be extremely useful. Extremely useful. Because that could be applied not only to existing code, but to newly created code, and also to merge requests. Like, you get a merge, like the merge request is just being on the other side of newly requested code, you know. So that could be interesting. Definitely interesting. Right. So we seem to have two people watching. One is watching on YouTube and one is watching on Twitch. But I don't know if you have yet more answers that need to be fulfilled, or more questions that you just want to throw around. Now is your chance. Now is your chance. By the way, like you said that you were, you're asking if it's a good time to learn to code, but have you actually started learning to code? Like, have you picked up, I don't know, any project that you wanted to do, and are you trying to solve that with a program or something? Like, that's probably, if you want to learn to code, that's probably the best way to go. Like, there's people that join a bootcamp. I mean, you could do that, but that's probably not the best thing to do, at least in my opinion. Like, you're paying money to get a knowledge that is free and public and available, and yeah, you're getting some guidance, but that guidance might be biased to make you keep buying more bootcamps. So you don't want to get on that loophole. at the end, like programming is just a tool. So yeah, at the end, programming is just a tool. So if you don't have a nail to hammer with that tool, yeah, why would you learn programming? Like, I mean, I guess you could be in the mood of I want to get a job. Programming is sounds like a good job, so I want to learn programming to like just get a job and get something to it. I have something to it at the end of the day. But yeah, it doesn't have to be that way. Like definitely for me, it's not that way. Like it's fine to that it is because I get to it at the end of the month thanks to being a programmer. But like I think that, or at least for me, programming is something else. Like whenever I have a problem that needs solving, I have that as a tool. Of course, there are problems that have nothing to do with programming, and you cannot solve them with that. But like it's also not my only tool. So yeah. I mean, and also for the sake of learning, it could be learning to code could be just something fun, something that you just do because you want to have something to do or something to learn. So I'd encourage you to, regardless of if you think that it will be useful or not due to the AI situation, I'd encourage you to just learn to program, like learn to code. Like honestly, why not? Like it could be fun. If you end up not finding it fun, like yeah, stop, do something else. you don't have to. But it is like any other things. Like for example, knowing to knit, like knitting, with the nails. Nails. How are they called? Oh, well, whatever. So learning to knit and making some piece of clothing or a cloth or whatever, that's fun. There's people that learn to do it and they just have fun doing it, and it's something that you can do on your free time and relax by just knitting. And it's definitely not an useful thing. Like there's better ways that you can make cloth or clothing items apart from knitting. They've been known for many years and definitely they are better, cost effective and on quality. So I mean, programming could be viewed like that. It's just something that you do to have fun, and it doesn't have to be useful by itself. But at least I think that for now and for the foreseeable future, it will be useful. Though there's still the possibility that I'm utterly and completely wrong. So yeah, that's always a possibility. Also, like there's so many companies and so many areas where programming is needed that, I mean, will AI be able to fit on all of them? Like for real? From research till building the smallest websites, are you gonna be using an AI for all of that? Isn't the AI just gonna be extremely expensive? That could be a possibility. Like maybe the AI is extremely expensive and you still need programmers to do the not so important tasks. Like will there be enough computing power to be able to do all of the programming needs, to fulfill all of the programming needs? Like those are questions that cannot yet be answered, I think. That cannot yet be answered. That's because we haven't even started to need to provide answers to the questions. We haven't thought about them. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright. So out of the topic of AI, The previous topic that we were discussing was about the meals and the cost effectiveness of your meals. Like, I get that there's people that truly love eating, and I think that having a meal should be something extremely important. And to some extent, I think that I am within those people. I feel aligned with that kind of mentality. Like, I don't think that eating is something trivial. I think that there's joy to be gained from eating, and that eating can make people gather around a table and share in a special moment. But at the same time, you just need to eat at the end of the day. And not every day you have enough time to be able to have that kind of ideal eating situation on a restaurant on a special occasion. Like, that doesn't happen every day. So for most days it actually doesn't happen. It's not like there's a day a week, like there's at least 5 days a week where that doesn't happen. So for those 5 days, knowing how to cook on a way that doesn't take too much time, I think it's extremely important, and that's why I'm publishing the videos. Like, otherwise I wouldn't be doing those kinds of videos. I would try to be like showing off my cooking skills and trying to do the best. I'll just focus on a meal and try doing the best on that meal. Like, there's a channel called Alex. So it's a French guy that I think the guy is called Alex, and his channel is also called Alex, which is an oddity. Like, Alex is not the name for a channel that you would imagine that a channel has. But yeah, so that guy tries to pick a meal, like for example ramen or pasta, and tries to get it to the best possible quality, home cooking quality, but the best one. Tries to investigate the dish and tries to be authentic to it, and it does a really good job. But can you eat like that and cook like that every single day of the week, like for real, and still have time for something else? Like, I get that he has time for doing that because that's his job. Like, he does a YouTube video researching a specific. He doesn't do YouTube videos that often. Like, I think it's every week or every couple weeks. So he has a lot of time to spend on achieving that particular special meal. And if he trains during the week, during his regular eating, on doing that kind of thing, at the end of the day, he's training for his job. So it's all fine. Like, he's gaining his money back and his time back. But for most of us, cooking is not our job, and cooking is a hustle, something that you need to do to be able to survive. And you have more important things that give you maybe more joy. Maybe they're just things that you need, like your whoa. Alright, I've just thrown water all over the laptop. I hope and think that none of the water has reached any of the keyholes, so we might be good. I'm just gonna try to clean the water slightly. I put the laptop like far away, like, because I was afraid that this could happen, and I was mindful that it was probably gonna eventually happen, like if I kept doing this from time to time. Oopsie. Yeah, don't press the keys. Don't press the keys if you can avoid it. Okay. Sorry I got water on all of you. Sorry I got water on all of you. Alright. We are good. Okay. So sorry. I'm gonna just put like the cloth over here, like the paper towel. Maybe if more water goes that way, the paper towel will do something. Maybe it won't. But let's hope and let's trust. Let's hope and let's trust. So yeah, in the topic of cooking, like you need to eat, and you have to do other things. Maybe you don't have to, but you just want to. Like maybe you want to do a side project. Maybe you are, I don't know, building a desk because you like doing furniture, or building a desk because you need a desk, or you have to go to the doctor, or you have to do whatever you have to do. Like, are you gonna stop doing those things because you have to spend 2 hours per day on cooking, plus doing the dishes, plus everything else? Like, that's not good. And there are other alternatives apart from cooking in the way that I saw on those videos. There are of course other alternatives, like you could order food, or subscribe to a food delivery that comes to your house or something like that. That's at least the other alternatives that I'm aware of. But those aren't cheap. Those aren't cheap at all. And if they aren't cheap, first of all, not everyone will be able to access them. So that's an issue, like that's an access issue. And also you might just want to spend your money on something else. So maybe like it could be a cycle, like you are buying those things to have more time, to get more money, to spend the money on getting that way of eating. Come on. Don't get me into that black hole. So yeah, that's the issue. The way of cooking that I propose tries to address. Okay. So we seem to successfully being able to do the dishes. We seem to be successfully being able to do the dishes. Now there's one more thing that we have to do before moving to the ironing part. So I'm gonna be here, and this is gonna be on focus, and we're all gonna be happy. Okay, so before moving to the ironing part of today's stream, before doing that, I want to clean that size up. So let's go and do that. Alright. And we'll also have to clean this. So there's cleaning all around that has to be done. Okay, so let's put this here. Let's take some paper towels. There's some water on the floor. Alright. Let's take our H2O. Like, I truly love, like, it's just a regular one of these bottles, and I just put H2O, and now it's way cooler immediately. So yeah. Let's try and clean this thing. Okay. Alright, so let's put this aside. And we'll take care of this thing later. We'll take care of those things later. So now we're gonna focus on cleaning this part. So just water and some whatever this thing, like it's supposed to be for fat, but I hope it's like a general product that we can just reuse. Oh, this is disgusting. This is utterly and completely disgusting. I'm so sorry to be streaming this. It will end. It will end soon. Oh damn Lord. Okay, so that's the result of cooking. So I'm sorry. Like if you want to have cooking on the stream, then you have to face these things. So that's the trade-off. That's the trade-off. All right. We are getting this thing cleaned. Okay, it's getting clean, so I'm happy with the results. If it wasn't getting clean, I'd be extremely upset and would have to find some other way to get this done. All right. Let's make it shiny, boys. Let's make it shiny. Okay. All right. So. Yep. So like the main parts, the main things that were dirty have been cleaned. Now we want to focus on achieving a shiny, spot on end result. A shiny spot on end result. Because why clean if it doesn't shine at the end? That's my point. So let's try to make it shiny and pretty and beautiful once more. Okay. But one bad thing about using the mocha pot. So I've done a couple mocha pots videos just because the other coffee machine that I have it's crap and I don't like it at all. I've used it like 2 to 3 times and I was like no more. So then I discovered the mocha pot and just fell in love with it. And yeah, so one bad thing about using the mocha pot is that it's so dirty. And you wouldn't think so. Like you would think like all the coffee gets collected in the canister and you don't have coffee being thrown around. But that's not the case. You do get coffee being thrown around, and especially like on this type of stove, it gets everywhere. So you will be finding specks of just little bits of watered coffee all around, and that's hassle. Okay. All right. So we're halfway through. Just have to do a little bit more polishing, a little bit of more shining, and we'll be done. Okay. All right. So it's getting cleaned. Like look at this. Like now it's shiny. And yeah, well, I was saying that I only had two pieces of coffee equipment, like the mocha pot. I have multiple mocha pots, but let's just say the type of coffee machine that the mocha pot is. I have another, so I have a French press, and it's actually quite a weird French press. Like it's not your usual French press. So I'm just thinking that maybe, and only maybe, my next videos will be with that French press. That will be quite fun. It will introduce, because I've done like many coffee videos already, and I'm starting to feel like, okay, what else? What else are we going to do apart from just the basic of the coffee video? So what other piece of innovation are we gonna bring with these videos? So using the French press might be one part of innovation, and especially because that's not your usual French press. And I like it quite a bit, though I don't usually use it for coffee. I use it for tea. I'm also a tea lover, not only a coffee lover. So I'm thinking that we could do different kinds of videos, not only around coffee but also around tea. Like we could be doing, for example, a tea tasting contest. Tea tasting contest, just a tea tasting, like get different teas and taste them. Like that could be a thing. That could be a thing that we could do, and it could be fun for a video. Like have different teas. It would look nice. It would allow me to do some cool shots around the tea making process. And yeah. And we can also use the French press. We can use the French press for both coffee and tea. So those could be two different videos with probably also like different audiences. Like I don't think that everyone that likes tea likes coffee, and not the other way around. So yeah. Those could be different videos that we could do. What other videos would people want to see? Like, I was thinking about making a gym video. I don't know if any of you know Sam Sulek. He's gotten quite popular fairly recently. I think that he's starting to settle, but it was on a constant spike up race. So he wasn't really getting some traction a few months ago. I don't think that he's like still growing up, but he's definitely reached on like a ginormous level. Like he's a bodybuilder, and he does videos about just his daily life around being a bodybuilder, so eating and going to the gym pretty much. And he's like a really calm person that has his mind clear and knows what he wants to do and accomplish. He just records himself doing that. And people really like that. And I could try to emulate with quotes and margins and everything what he does. And I don't mean becoming a bodybuilder. Hell no. And that would be too much. Also, I don't have a bodybuilder type as a bodybuilder body, as you can see, nor the base to achieve one, Like, you can train, but you need to have some starting point that is somewhat good enough. So yeah, I don't think that I could do that. But he does, and he does it really well. He's just himself. So he goes out, he records his videos, does his thing, that focus on the training, like training and eating is his first priority, I would say, or at least that's the feeling that he transmits on his videos. And I guess that's true. Like, he's definitely getting big and getting buffed and everything. So I don't think that if doing YouTube is his priority, he would be doing so good on his bodybuilding path. So, but my point is that he does those type of gym videos where he's calmed and he just goes to the gym, like, does his exercises, doesn't talk too much. Given that, I mean, like, I couldn't do any of the exercises that he does. Like, he moves ginormous amounts of weight. Can't do that. Therefore, he does not that many repetitions. I would have to do it with very much less weight and very much more repetitions. But my point is that being just calm in the gym, focusing on the gym, like, if they want to watch him, like, why him and not someone else? Well, I can think of a reason. Like, he's massive, like, he's extremely big and buffed, so people might want to watch him just because of that. But is that everything? Maybe it's just the vibe. Like, maybe people just want to watch someone in the gym while they are on the gym, maybe. I would wanna. I haven't really done that. I wouldn't think. I can't think a reason why I wouldn't. Why I wouldn't enjoy that. Oh, I just left the laptop on camera mode, and I'm not seeing the chat at the moment. So if there's any chatters chatting in the chat, please be mindful. Please be patient. I'll be moving to the chat desktop in just a couple minutes. Just give me some wiggle room because my hands are wet at the moment and can't do the desktop switching to be able to read the chat right now. So be patient. Be there. Don't go anywhere. Give me just 5 minutes to be able to finish cleaning this and be able to clean my hands, to dry my hands rather. And yeah, I'll be reading you all in after. I'll be reading you all after that. So if you want to check the guy that I'm talking about, he's called Sam Sulek, and I believe his YouTube channel has his name as it is. So if you Google Sam Sulek, or if you search Sam Sulek on YouTube, you should be able to find him. Alright, so now it's water time. I need to throw some water on here, so sorry for the noise, but it is required to finish cleaning up this, and then we'll be done. Alright. Just a second, just a little more water. Okay. One thing that I've been planning on doing is to get myself a washing machine. Well, not a washing machine, I have a washing machine. A dishwasher, so that's what I don't have. I think I should get one. I've been trying to get one, but I've been facing an issue. And that issue is that I had to postpone getting one because I have to prepare the kitchen. At the moment my kitchen is not able to receive a dishwasher, doesn't have where to put it. So I had to prepare the kitchen so that I could put a dishwasher. Just one more rack to clean and then we'll be done. Okay. So I had to prepare the kitchen to be able to get a dishwasher. And the issue is that I have spent all of the time and effort, all of the time preparing the kitchen. And since I was spending the time preparing the kitchen, my money went away to other things. So when I finally had the kitchen prepared to receive my brand new dishwasher, I didn't have enough money to get one. So, yeah, I know. Don't get mad at me like, oh, you have to sort out your priorities. Like, we all know that phrase from Harry Potter. Good phrase, by the way. I should have probably listened to it, but now it's too late. So what's the point of discussing that? Like, I've already spent the money. What do you want out of me? So I shouldn't have. Or maybe I should. Like, I'm happy with the things that I bought. I bought the things for the living room. I bought the things for the studio. I bought new lights. So I'm happy.